Am I at the correct address? Savannah Collins was well aware of the phenomenon where houses that had once seemed so big as a child became smaller in adulthood. But her Aunt Eleanor's home wasn't just smaller than she remembered. It was also overgrown with flowering vines to the point that she could barely make out the house's mauve-colored siding. Savannah reached up to press the doorbell, but stopped when she noticed a sign hanging in the paned glass window. No need to knock. Come right on in. The invitation took a moment to register. Surely her aunt didn't just allow people to walk into her home without permission. As Savannah pondered, the door opened, and a girl looked up at her. She was maybe 11 or 12 and had long strawberry blonde hair and big blue eyes. She looked familiar, even though Savannah was certain she'd never seen her before. "Who are you?" The girl cocked her head to one side, looking put off by Savannah's mere presence. One side of her lip drew up in a snarl. "And what's with the humongous hat?" Savannah reached up to touch the wide brim of her hat. Out of habit, she'd taken it off her dashboard before stepping out of her car. There was no cure for lupus, but staying away from certain triggers, like sun exposure, helped. Not that the day was sunny. Instead, clouds had been rolling in for the last hour, creating a thick and stormy gray sky. "I'm Savannah. And you are?" Instead of answering, the girl said, "Are you here for books?" Savannah remembered that her aunt had a small library in the garden out back. Savannah's uncle had built it for Aunt Eleanor many years ago, and neighbors loved to stop by to chat and check out a book. "Actually, I'm here to see Eleanor. She's my aunt." As Savannah waited for the girl to respond or step aside, the stray kitten that Savannah had somehow adopted in the last week wiggled around inside the large straw bag hanging from her shoulder. Savannah couldn't leave it in the hot car, which is exactly what she'd done with the 30 or so plants she'd traveled with this morning. Savannah had always had an interest in plants, which was why she'd gone to college to study botany. A lot of good that degree had done her so far in life. Currently, she had a modest online store where she sold plants, and she also ran a vlog and social media page with the same name, Late Bloomer. Those things didn't pay the bills, though. At the moment, nothing was paying the bills. "Miss Eleanor is in the kitchen," the girl said, still not stepping aside. "You weren't about to ring the bell, were you? Because Miss Eleanor doesn't answer the door anymore. Just walk in." Savannah shook her head. "What do you mean Eleanor doesn't answer the door anymore? Why not?" "I thought you said Miss Eleanor was your aunt. You don't really know much about her, do you?" Ouch. The truth was that Savannah hadn't kept up with her aunt the way she should have. She'd called, of course, but Eleanor was a widow now. She lived alone, and short of Savannah's parents, Eleanor didn't have any other family to check on her. Done with the conversation, the girl bounded down the porch steps, hugging a paperback copy of Anne of Green Gables to her stomach. The book was worn, and Savannah wondered if maybe it was the same copy that Eleanor had given her to read when she was a similar age. Aunt Eleanor was always doling out summer reading lists when Savannah had come to visit every June and July as a girl. Growing up, Savannah had spent every summer at Aunt Eleanor and Uncle Aaron's home here in Bloom, North Carolina. The summer months had always felt magical in a way that Savannah hadn't experienced since she'd stopped coming at 19 years old. At 29, she wondered if it was even possible to feel that childlike magic again. She certainly hadn't felt anything extraordinary with her ex-fiancé, which told her a lot about the relationship. Wasn't true love supposed to feel magical? Or was that just a lie that fairy tales endorsed? Peering through Eleanor's open front door, Savannah hesitated before stepping inside. "Aunt Eleanor? Hello? It's me, Savannah."